Ko Haloyim La Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah Bahashem Rakak Wadash. I want to give double honors to the apostles and elders that prophesied and rule well for the hopeful 144 and the one third of Yasharallah, who this world refers to as Israel, starting at the house of great millstone. Shalom to you, Akim, who teach and learn in sincerity. Shalom to the Akwith, who learn in sincerity. It's your brother, Kanan, and this is gonna be a quick hit. Um, what's hot is getting hotter, and we're talking about these wars and rumors of wars. Okay, the temperature's rising, man, and it's not going back. All right, once again, World War III is more than foreshadowed. It's literally here. The beginning stages of World War III. We're in it. Okay, we've been in it, but it's just advancing and increasing and increasing. And once again, Yahweh Shai said, for the sake of the election, time shall be sped up. All right, because we know what kind of wicked devices Edom and has and his allies. Okay, the Yahweh Bashim Shah is giving them all type of gadgets. All right, to bring this world to total destruction. However, that's not his plan. You know, he Yahweh Bashim Shah supervises all of this. But read this real quick. The American aggressor bears full responsibility for the consequences of militarization of militarizing the Red Sea. Okay, and we know that's right there. Where is that? Over in Asia. Okay, what they call the Middle East, which is pretty much Western Asia. All right, home of Yasharallah, the land, and the ancient beginning of the world. Okay, um, where it started is where it's pretty much going to go down. All right, the battle of Jehoshaphat, Yahweh, Shaphat, Yahweh judgment. Okay, so I'm gonna put some quick precepts up, and then we're gonna finish watching this video. All right. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 50 and 45. Therefore, hear ye the counsel. What's the council? Government. Okay, the government, the leadership, all right, of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Look, he has a council. Who is his council? Yahweh Shai and the election. Okay, the 144,000. All right. Therefore, hear ye the angels. Okay, hear ye the counsel of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai that he hath taken against Babylon, spiritual Babylon, United States of America, and his purpose, that he hath purpose against the land of the Chaldeans. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out, and that least of the flock is Amalek, the little hatters, okay, the head tribe of Edom, all right, whose ancestors date back to one that sticks out is Alexander the Great, who you call Alexander the Great, who they forced down my throat in history class. Of I'm sitting in history sixth grade wondering why is it so important for me to learn about this Edomite, you know what I mean? Not knowing they was an Edomite, but that you're forcing down this white man from another country history down our throat. All right. I mean, that's just how I took it. I lived over in spiritual Babylon. Why the hell am I having to learn about this? And it was so important because that's where they give credit to all of that's their history. Okay. We know that they was um brought down low, and then the what was known as that deadly wound in the deadly wound hill, which we know is the Renaissance era. That's why they called it the Dark Ages, which just really meant uh dark skin rulership, mainly Yasharallah, but it meant that rulership of pigment, all right, of dark skin. Then Alexander was raised back up. Okay, well, Alexander was raised up, and what I mean by raised back up, Salakia, was Edom was raised up, starting with Alexander. You could read about that in the Maccabees. Okay, and all through the reign of Yahweh Shai, all through Yahweh Shah walking this earth, not the rain, but Yahweh Shah walking this earth, they was in control and they're still in control today. The Romans, okay? We're in the new Roman age, which once again, spiritual Babylon, okay? So once again, the least of the flock, Amalek, shall draw them out, okay? Surely he shall make their inhabitations desolate with them, okay? At the noise of the taking of spiritual Babylon, United Snakes of America, all right, which will be left as a memorial, all right, never to be inhabited other than by the vultures or whatnot, all kind of wild desert animals. Okay, that's the only thing that will be over here occupying this land once Yahweh Shai Shai makes a full example, okay, of the wicked. All right, at the noise of the taking of Babylon, the earth is moved, and the cry is heard amongst the nations. Okay, because although Yahweh Shai is going to put it in the hearts of the kings, Proverbs 21 and 1, all of the hearts, their life, their mind is all being controlled by Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Once he puts it in their mind to waste this place, they're still going to have remorse for what they feel like they're losing, the economic advantage that they had when they was in bed with this whore. Okay, because that's what ultimately spiritual Babylon is, the whore that sits upon the beast. And we see that beast imploding right now, NATO. All right. From all angles. It's just coming apart. Okay. Now, when it said the least of the flock shall draw them out, once again, you see this image here. Let's get the verse. This is the book of Second Esdras. No, Salakia. Second Maccabees. No. I was right. Salakia. One more time. Second Esdras 15 and 28. Behold, a horrible vision, and the appearance thereof from the east. Once again, civilization started over there, okay? And we're talking about Asia, all right? Where the nations of the dragons, plural, okay, of Arabia, who is that? That's Ishmael, okay? Shall come out with many chariots, and the multitude of them shall be carried as the wind upon the earth, that all they which hear them may fear and tremble, because once again it's wartime and there's no way around this. Okay, and as this increases, the comfortability of all the nations will shrink and become terror. He said the leaders of these nations will be horrified because they know these ICBMs, intercontinental ballistic missiles, equal mad, mutually assured destruction. Okay. Once they start to flying, there is no recovering. All right. We're skipping down to 31. And then shall the dragons have the upper hand, remembering their nature. And what's remembering their nature? We know Ishmael's a madman. Suicidal bombers or whatnot. They've always been in conflict. Every nation has, but they've always, United States media, European Western media have always used their conflicts as a reason to take and steal and go after them. Same thing that they did to the Northern Tribe. They said, "Oh, you savages are over here fighting each other. Let us come, uh, chastise you into seeing things our way." Okay. I mean, for real, let us use a sword to bring you guys to some type of peace, whatever that means, because that's not what they're after. All right. I'm just basically talking. Okay. So once again, second Esdras 15 and 31. And they shall, and then shall the dragons, plural, Ishmael, some of Elam, have the upper hand, remembering their nature. And if they shall turn themselves, conspiring together, which right now they have no chance. I mean, they have no choice because the conditions that the least of the flock, um, the Israeli people, along with United States of America, think that they can just cast out Gaza and just transport them anywhere amongst Ishmael. Yeah, hey, y'all all Arabians, so y'all all the same people, so take them. while we take their land, and it's not playing out like that. The Gaza, they don't directly have people backing them like, here, you take these weapons, but there's other nations that's got their eyes pointed on the situation like, no, this is too far. Like what's going down in that canal, okay, with the Houthis and whatnot. They're pissed off because aid was not able to be received by Gaza. So that's what led them to launching. Okay. So once again, the least of the flock has led to this part of the conflict. Okay. We know it's further going to carry all the way out to the Battle of Jehoshaphat. All right. Once again, known as Armageddon. And they shall turn and if they shall turn themselves, conspiring together in great power to persecute them. All right. So this is part of the plan. And here we go.
الأمريكي كافة التداعيات جراء عسكرة البحر الأحمر وتوسيع دائرة المواجهة باستمراره في شن العدوان على اليمن وبما يؤثر سلبا على حركة الملاحة الدولية اليمنية تمكنت
Oh, Slovakia. Wow.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but you're probably tracking your mileage and expenses wrong. Let me tell you why. Let me introduce you.
القوات المسلحة اليمنية خلال الساعات الماضية من استهداف حاملة الطائرات الأمريكية USS.
You see this? In the northern Red Sea, over the past hours, using 2 cruise missiles and 2 drones. All right, they hidden. Okay, so the big bad wolf is now being attacked. All right, he's not just huffing and puffing. Now he's got to defend himself.
هاري ترومان شمالي البحر الأحمر وذلك بصاروخين مجنحين وطائرتين مسيرتين واستهداف مدمرة أمريكية بصاروخ مجنح وأربع طائرات مسيرة ويعد الاستهداف لحاملة الطائرات هو الثالث خلال 48 ساعة الماضية وقد أصيب العدو بحالة من الإرباك مما دفع بالعديد من قطاعه الحربية إلى التراجع باتجاه منطقة شمال البحر الأحمر وتم إفشال هجوم جوي كان يحضر له ضد
You know, Jacob, you so-called African Americans, Native Americans, and Hispanics, that's why Yahweh Shemel Shai has set up watchmen to give you warning. Because this is the time we in. We're not in the days of Murph, okay? The time of partying and plotting your next outfit and what's gonna be on the scene come this weekend. That shit's gotta drop like now, this instance, okay? You gotta wake up to the times that we're in. All right. I want to get this. Yep. Okay. This is Luke. Luke 12. And 49. I come to send fire on the earth. And what will I if it be already kindled? I mean, hey, the stage is going to be set. And you got to remember, Yahweh Shah says spiritual Babylon is falling in an hour. In an hour. They going when them ICBMs start to take off, Yahweh Shai and the hosts are coming to deliver the election by bringing them up and those to those chariots. At the same time, the missiles are coming down because it said the election will be scarcely saved. The missiles will be coming down, and the wicked over here in spiritual Babylon. Remember Jacob's trouble. The 2/3 will be annihilated. Okay, along with all of those who occupy this nation, you know what I'm saying? And a lot more places are going to get hit and going to feel this but the main punishment will be dealt out to spiritual Babylon and the Israel, that land, okay? Because that the land of Israel has to be sanitized, and the major sanitizer is what? Fire, okay? And once again, you don't have to worry about United States of America being sanitized because it won't be inhabited no more. All right. So I just wanted to bring that out. This was meant to be a quick hit, but look, hey, you it's on.
بلدنا تؤكد القوات المسلحة اليمنية أنها لن تتوقف عن استهداف كافة الأهداف المعادية في البحرين الأحمر والعربي حتى يتوقف العدوان على بلدنا، وأنها مستعدة بالتوكل على الله لمواجهة أي تصعيد أمريكي أو إسرائيلي خلال الساعات والأيام المقبلة.
So with that, I pray that this has been edifying from hot to hotter. Shalom.